This time on Road and Race, it's out with the old and in with the shiny.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Road and Race. In this series I'm working on my 350Z. In part 1 I stripped down the entire underside of the car to get an idea of what we're dealing with and went through and inspected each part. In part 2 I went about treating the rust on the chassis and suspension parts. Part 3 I dealt with the remaining rusty bolts, nuts and brackets by zinc plating them. And in part 4 I upgraded the suspension by fitting stiffer polyurethane bushings. First of all, I need to talk about the exhaust. I've still got the original exhaust, and after 16 years, there's a few issues. Whilst the pipework and resonator are looking a bit rusty, the main problem are the catalytic converters. Whilst they still work fine, they're very rusty and the brackets that hold them in place have rusted off. So in the last video, I asked you guys what you think I should do. Got a budget about £400, so should I just try and replace the cats or try and get a whole new system? Well, most people said I should replace the cats first and go from there. So since I'm replacing them, it'd be a shame not to go for the performance option and try and get a bit more power out of the car. So I got these high flow sports cats from Torken. They're made from stainless steel, so they won't rust like the Nissan exhaust, have a 2-year warranty, and they also weigh less, saving 5 kilograms with the pair, coming in at under half the weight of the stock ones. So what are high flow cats? Well, to put it simply, they're just simply less restrictive than your stock cats. They have better flow, so should in theory give you a bit more performance. These cats should give up to 15 extra horsepower, potentially more with an engine remap. I'll be taking the car to get remapped in the near future, so we'll see how much performance these cats give us. Overall, I'm very pleased with the quality of the product. It feels really solid, and just look how good the welding is. Also, there shouldn't be any worries about me failing the emissions tests, as they claim you should still be able to get through your MOT with these. You do have to get the car exhaust nice and hot though to get to have them working at their best, so best to go for a spirited drive before you take your car to have it tested. Anyway, I'll be taking my car to get an MOT at the end of this video, so we'll see, won't we? So let's talk about costs, shall we? If you ring Nissan up and try and get a pair of standard cats for this car, they will charge you, now you probably want to be sitting down for this, £2,388 for a pair. And then they also want £110 for the gaskets. And Nissan want your old cats back too. They may look like scrap, but they contain precious metals like platinum, which have value. I've seen some go for £600 on eBay. Both these Torken ones and the gaskets cost £419. Much better. I have a link in the description box if you want to check out these cats or any part for a 350Z really, as they stock basically everything for it. They also sell parts of most fast Nissans, Fords, Toyotas and Mitsubishis too. Anyway, enough with this chat. Let's get these bad boys on the car.
First thing we need to do is remove the oxygen sensor from the stock cat. This will be absolutely wedged in, so out comes the heat. And then some cold water to shock the metal and hopefully release the sensor. And to help things further, a good dose of penetrating fluid.
So that's it. It's a pretty straightforward process, really. As you saw, the standard support brace went on fine, so the fitment's pretty good with this system. I have the luxury of a car lift, but I have fitted cats on my back under jack stands, and so it's not that hard to do if you want to try it yourself. I'm keen to find out if these high flow cats will improve the exhaust sound in any way. So let's get the car on the road. So what are my thoughts on the high flow cats? Well, let's have a clip of what they sound like. Well, that sounds pretty good to me. It's taken the stock sound and just given it a bit more of a metallic edge, kind of beefed it up a little bit. It's still quite quiet at low revs and when you want it to be. And on motorways, there's no drone or anything like that. So all in all, pretty nice upgrade. And finally, did my car pass the MOT test for emissions? Well, yes it did. And here's the proof. Just remember, you have to get the cat nice and hot, so go for a good long drive beforehand and everything should be fine. So summing up, very happy with these high flow cats. I've got a link in the description box if you want to check out the Talking website yourself. And as always, thanks for watching.